Yo, what is up everybody? It is MF Buddy, and in today's video we're going to be talking about zero build positioning. In this video I'm going to give you 3 tips that are going to help you to master positioning in Fortnite zero build. By the end of this video you're going to know how to position yourself in intense situations and come out with the upper hand. Without further ado, this is the MF breakdown. So the very first tip when it comes to really making sure that you have a good position in zero build is to play with natural mobility in mind. There are many spots on the map that have natural mobility. And what I mean by natural mobility is whether it be a launch pad, whether it be a rift, natural mobility is going to help you out so much when you play Fortnite zero build. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by this guy. I'm probably gonna die right here. Knowing where natural mobility on the map is absolutely crucial when it comes to making sure that you are effectively positioning yourself in Fortnite zero build. So as of lately, we have shockwaves in the game, and now we have a grapple glove as well, but it's still crucial to really understand what is naturally on the map to help you rotate. Now, I'm gonna make sure to show you guys in the next clip where all the natural mobilities are, including launch pads and rifts and all that stuff. So take a look now. This is Fortnite GG. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Just so you know, you can come on here, you click up here where it says map. But what is really cool about this is when it comes to natural mobility, as you can see right here, I just clicked on launch pads and it's gonna show me every single launch pad that is on the map. So looking at Brutal Bastion, you can see that there's 3 inside. We have launch pads over here, right? But the main point was that you use this natural mobility to your advantage. Now, the same thing could be said of the rifts that are in the jungle. For the rifts on this website, you have to hit temple vaults. But as you can see right here, all these temple vaults are all gonna have rifts. So it's important because you can literally plan your entire rotation and your positions just by knowing about these. Now, the advantages of this are absolutely huge because you can make major rotations quick when you know that you're around natural mobility. For example, if I land at Brutal Bastion, I know that there are so many launch pads around me, and that means that I can rotate fast, and I can also really increase my probability of having a good position in the next zone. There is a lot that can be said about really getting a feel for the map and knowing where these natural mobility spots are in the game. So something practically that you could do is really just take some time to check out Fortnite.gg's, and honestly, you can pull up all these resources yourself and take a look. It is so important to understand what your options are, because that is going to ultimately determine how you're able to get good positioning in the next zone. Tip number 2 is taking note and memorizing high ground spots. Now, in zero build, we all know that high ground is crucial, but if you don't take the time to take mental note of where these spots are, you're gonna find yourself rotating into a late game situation, lacking the awareness that you need to come out on top. So what I like to do is when I am going through different POIs, I take a mental note of when I'm at a high ground location. It might look different for you, but it is going to make all the difference if you can just use that little bit of extra awareness to make sure that you are remembering the best spots as you're around them. Now, a lot of times, a high ground position is going to be good simply because it's the high ground. But you do need to remember that just because something is high ground doesn't mean that it's the best spot. There are a lot of things to take into consideration, such as the slope angle, the trajectory, just can you get good angles off that shot, what's its positioning. But ultimately, the more that you pay attention to what's around you, more you know how to aim when you are rotating into a new zone. And what that could look like is, say you're coming out of Brutal Bastion and you know that it's pulling towards Slappy Shores, right? Then you can play with a certain position in mind when you start rotating initially while you're at Brutal Bastion. The more that you memorize high ground spots, the more that you already know where you need to go once the zone changes. High ground in general has so many benefits. Obviously, you're gonna have increased visibility. You're gonna have way more control over the fight. It is way more secure, and also it will give you better angles in the combat that you choose to take. Remember to take time to really take note of where you're at and what the best position is for you each game. Tip number 3, analyze vulnerable positions. Analyze where your positions are vulnerable and learn from it. Now, I might have a perfect angle looking down here at a player, but my backside is wide open to this mountain, right? So when you are in a position, know your strengths and know your weaknesses of the position. Now, if you are holding a position and you die, take note of where you died from. Where did that player approach you from? Because most likely that will happen again, and a lot of times from the exact same position. Really taking the time to analyze this and look through it will help you be better prepared, either defend that position more or find a position that works better. The more that you know about what you were vulnerable to, the more that you're going to be ready to absolutely dominate the next time you are in the same position. So when you're in a spot, again, ask yourself, can somebody sneak up behind me? Is somebody going to be lurking over here to the right? The more you ask yourself questions about the position that you're in, the more that you're going to be prepared for anything to happen. So that is going to wrap up today's video. Just to recap everything that you can do to really help you improve your positioning in Fortnite Zero Build. Number 1, take time to learn about the natural mobility that is around you. So whether that's spending time on Fortnite GGs to really get an understanding of the launch pads around you, right? Take the time to really learn that. Number 2, master high ground by really memorizing what's around you, taking note of it so that the next time you're in that POI, you really know where you need to be. And number 3, take time to analyze the vulnerabilities of the positions that you choose. Just because you have high ground does not mean that you are not vulnerable. Hey, if at any point you found value in this video, please make sure to like, to comment, to subscribe for more Zero Build content just like this. But most importantly, it helps a small content creator like myself continue to grow. I am MF Buddy. This was the MF Breakdown. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon.